Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. Believe it or not, it has been 3 weeks since our last shop tour. We had New Year's, we had did we just take one off? I can't remember. Yeah. And then last week, I had a few people ask me, where's no shop tour? I was sick last week. I almost was able to do it, but the last thing you guys want to hear is me hacking and coughing and carrying on. It kind of sounds like this little sickness is going around. I feel fine, like 99% this week, so shop tour time. But here we are, already halfway through January. Happy New Year to all of you. This is our first shop tour of the new year, 2026. Hard to believe, but so it's been 3 weeks, which means I've done a lot of things in the last 3 weeks. I'm going to try and jog my mind and show you a few things and talk about what I have and have not gotten done. We'll kind of go from there. We're going to start this week's shop tour with a deal of the week. Sometimes you guys see these on these shop tours, and since I know a lot of you are Miata people, you can probably appreciate what our deal of the week is. So what we have here is a complete set of AFCO double adjustable coilovers for Miatas. These will fit from 2000 up to 05. The only thing is, on the NBs, the upper perch is a little bit bigger than the hole where the factory shock goes in, so you have to open up that hole in the upper perch of your car. It's literally like 1/8 of an inch all the way around. But anyway, deal of the week. Double adjustable coilovers, AFCOs for Miata. These came out of Mark McAllister's car because we are putting in the next level up. What's the next level up? Well, for you guys that have been paying attention, the next level up around here is MCS. But they're a bunch more money, of course. So, to give you guys a quick little description, you can buy a set of these AFCOs brand new right now for about $2,900. We're going to sell these for half that. So I pulled them out of the car, I refreshed them, so they're fresh seals, fresh fluid, ready to go into your car. Hit me up, text me, email me, message me. I'm easy to find. Probably going to wait until the shop tour airs and see if anybody hits me up before I advertise these on Facebook. So, deal of the week. Maybe we'll do more deals of the week as they come by. Okay, moving on. This is our B18 C1 out of the Endurance Integra. Now, if you'll remember, the Integra was crashed in the left front and it went off to get repaired. In the meantime, I've got the engine completely done. So it's just sitting here basically on the engine stand waiting for the transmission to come back, which I believe is actually leaving today. The whole goal here is that the transmission gets here next week, engine transmission go in, also hoping to get the header back. This is a little last minute. These guys were going racing in 2 weeks from today at Barber at a Lemons race. So I'm thinking we can make it happen, but it's going to be right down to the last minute. But if you guys will remember, this is our DigiDizzy car. So we've got our DigiDizzy, which is our distributor replacement. And these cool kits plug straight into your factory harness. Well, these are the coils right down here are your factory plugs for your harness. So when you go to order a DigiDizzy, you just tell them what car you've got, what year it is, and he provides you with a coil-on plug, factory harness, ding, 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 off you go. You get rid of your distributor. I'm a big fan, huge fan, actually. So, okay, moving on this direction. So Mark McAllister's car has moved. It's kind of been all over the shop since you guys were here last, because we had, a couple weeks ago, we had a couple of really nice days, like mid-60s. And so went ahead and got the car on the dyno, got it tuned, broken in, tuned, done, ready to go. The car's back on the lift. You can see that the full valve cover is on now, and the front cover. Engine oil's been changed, the brake-in oil is out, and so now I actually got word that our new shocks are shipping today. So that's why I have already, you can see it's got no shocks on it. I've already yanked those out, refreshed them. They're over on the bench, ready to go. Super happy with the performance of the car. Once we get the new shocks in, I'll be able to corner weight and align it, and we're going to be done, literally. We'll see if they get some good weather to come pick it up. So in the meantime, here's our quote-unquote fixed Integra. Now, if you guys remember, this thing was twisted right here in the middle, and this was all just pushed back. So went over to the body shop. They did a pull on this, got it back. I'm going to call it straight enough. The hood fits. We'll be able to put the oil cooler back in here. Everything's going to fit good. The bumper's not the prettiest thing, but this is Lemons racing. It's not supposed to be the prettiest thing. That's just the way it goes, from what I understand. So, like I said earlier, the transmission's coming back. So, okay, here we go. We'll talk about something that I learned, something that some of you probably know about. This car had a modified clutch pedal with a cable. And these guys went to a cable for the clutch because for some odd reason, they were having trouble with the hydraulics. I don't know exactly why they were having trouble with the hydraulics, but the transmission, when the car came in, they mentioned that the car was handling strangely and would push and strain, lock up and this and that. Sent the transmission out to my guy down in Florida, and the ring and pinion was broken, and the transmission was completely worn out. And not only that, it was a super early cable style transmission with non-available gears. Oh, so we're going back to a completely new transmission. Going back to hydraulics. I'm going to see if I can figure out why they would be having trouble. I was kind of saying to them, every car known to man, besides basically a Honda in the modern era, and some of these early Hondas, have hydraulic clutches. Why can't we make this work? We're going to make it work. So we're going to have much better gear ratios. We're going to have a new engine. We're going to have a hydraulic clutch. Hopefully, literally, this car is, by next week's shop tour, I'm hoping it's almost done. We'll see. This is going to be a bit of a push. It's pretty rare that car gets dropped off in December and leaves in January for a rush job for anybody. But I told him I'd do it, and I'm a man of my word, so that's what I'm doing. So, ramble over. There's your ramble of the week. Guys, it has been 3 weeks, so you're due for a good ramble from me. So that's where we're at. Ken's car, I'm just getting ready to stick it on the scales over there when I get a chance, but we've still got about 5 weeks. The rest of the car's done. We've still got about 5 weeks before the first race, so I'm not super concerned about that. It's a little tight move in this direction. More engines, never ends. So more engines coming in. I did get confirmation that the missing pieces for the Rocketeer kit are actually going to be here today. So I'm also hoping that next week you guys are going to see an engine on a stand with Rocketeer pieces on it, and we're going to actually get into this project, which is a long time coming. I have been chipping away on the Mazda 2, as you can see here. So it's kind of interesting. I'd been feeling a little bit of play in my hub over here. And as it turns out, so I took these all apart. So some of the things I've done in the last couple weeks, I took these all apart, and the bearing was bad here, and it was so bad that it had wallered out the hub. Where the hub presses in, it wasn't a press fit anymore, which is no bueno. So I ended up changing hubs, bearings on both sides. You can see I don't have my axles in yet. I actually been emailing them back and forth. Remember how I was talking about how they were going to be so quick and everything was going to be great. Well, the holidays screwed everybody up, man. It seems like this industry, the automotive industry, people just take off from like December 20th to like January 5th. It blows my mind that anybody can make money doing that. But the axles are on a little bit of a delay, although I did get an email this morning saying that they should ship Friday. So maybe we'll get to see some axles next week too. So in the meantime, what else have I been working on here? So I've got the hubs ready. I'm basically ready for axles. I removed the valve cover because I'm changing, I'm changing vent bottles. So I don't know if you guys have seen these. This is a Radium Engineering vent bottle. These things are really cool. They've got dipsticks in the top so you can see if there's anything in there. They unscrew. I'm going to mount this vent bottle right in here like this. And so what I did is I removed the valve cover and I actually tapped it. I'm going to do a proper AN vent system. So that's why that is sitting there. You can see I've got the intake cleaned and on. The wiring's basically all together. And some of the best news was confirmation that the radiator shipped today too. So we are coming right down to it. We get the radiator, get it installed, get the oil cooler installed, get the lines made. And even more exciting than the radiator is Perry has been sending me pictures of the molds of the nose and the flares. So I can't wait to show you guys that. I initially was planning on going down there this weekend to pick everything up, but we're probably only going to miss it by a couple days. So instead of rushing him, I'm going to go the weekend after. So not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm going to head down to Texas and pick up my donor car that we ended up using to make the molds off of, and then pick the bodywork up. I can't wait to show you guys all of that. I don't know that there's anything different back on the bench back there. I'm just kind of waiting on my axles to come in. So, whew, what else have I done since we've done all this? I don't know. Taken apart a bunch of engines, got a bunch of stuff at the machine shop, and a bunch more coming. So here we are, January. Racing season is upon us. So we can even do a race report. So in the last couple of weekends, the guys have been running down in Florida. So Homestead, Miami was the first weekend in January, and then Sebring was just this last weekend. So in F production, Cliff Ira picked up 4 wins. It looked a little dicey at Homestead because Peter Shadowin was flying in his GT Light Honda. Like, Cliff couldn't keep up with him. Apparently the first day Peter didn't know he had to put extra weight in his car, so he got bounced for that. And then the second day while leading, it looked like he had a brake problem going into turn 1. So Cliff kind of got both of those wins at Homestead. And then last weekend, Cliff actually had some really good races with Michael Chameleon in his F production Miata. Cliff won both days as well. Also had the Elders there in their STL cars. Mark Webber, of course, was there in his F production Miata. Stephen Clark was supposed to be racing, but Stephen got hit with a really bad sickness before the Homestead race and didn't make either weekend because he felt so bad. So, Stephen, if you're watching this, feeling for you, buddy. I know you were really looking forward to getting your new engine out there. I don't know what your next race might be. Maybe Atlanta or maybe VIR in the next couple months. So kind of felt bad for him, but looked like good weather in Florida for some great races and a great way to kick off the season. So appreciate you guys watching as always. Here we are, season 2026. Hard to believe, but we're coming right down to it. We're on a major countdown now. I'm not expecting any problems except for once we get the nose on, I've got to design the under tray and the spoiler and get all that done here in the next 5 weeks. So I'll probably have 3.5 weeks or so once I get the bodywork to finish it up, and then get John to wrap it and get the stickers on, and off we go down to Eagles Canyon. Looking forward to that. If you've never been to Eagles Canyon, put it on your list. I know I've said that before, but I'm serious. Awesome racetrack in North Texas. Hopefully we have good weather. Looking forward to that. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, we'll see you next week. Take care.